Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ewan McQuaid and it's finally done. WrestleMania week is over and today I want to give my thoughts on what I really truly thought about WrestleMania 37. Now WrestleMania 37 was it's the first big event we've had with a proper wrestling crowd. I know that AEW Dynamite has had, sporadically getting bigger in terms of its crowds, but this was the biggest. I think it was something like 25,000, something like that, fans in attendance at WrestleMania 37 at Raymond James Stadium. Now, night one, night two, both were packed with action. What were my overall feelings on the event? I think it was a big success. Now, why do I think it's a success? I think it's a success because it really got me on side with the WWE product again. After being disheartened with so much in WWE, I finally felt after this event that they'd given the fans what they want. They'd given the fans the big matches. They'd given the fans exactly what they craved. They craved matches with storylines that made sense, apart from the Fiend and Randy Orton, which we will fucking talk about. It was just successful in that regard. Some of my highlights. I'm going to say overall, night one was a bigger success than night two. I think that the Drew Bobby match was terrific. It was really well paced, I think, for an opener, because one of the openers that I remember so very fondly is Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, because that match was just off the chain good with its position on the card. This match didn't follow that formula. It was just methodical, but not to the point where it was boring. It was a really enticing story, and Bobby won. I really wanted Bobby to win, and I hope he goes on to have a great reign with the championship. Other matches that stood out to me on that first night, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins was just a clinic. That was probably my match of the night, I think. It was just terrific. It was like an AEW match, and I know that's my bias coming out, but I don't really care. It was just terrific. The stomp into the uppercut, into the spin, into the neutralizer. Perfect finish, giving Cesaro that really good feel-good win. Maybe he can vie for the Universal Championship now. Maybe, can I dream? And we'll see how that goes, won't we? That was, 3 matches in. We won't talk about the women's tag team stuff, because that was all shit. That was really bad. So we just breeze that over, then the night was a success. How about that? Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest was also amazing. I didn't expect that at all. Bad Bunny is, a star, not just in music, even though I couldn't name you a single one of his songs, but in wrestling, because he hit a Canadian Destroyer on John Morrison on the outside, and who isn't going to pop for a Canadian Destroyer? Canadian Destroyers are the bread and butter of pro wrestling, shall we say. But that match was really good. Priest looked good, Miz and Morrison looked good, and Bad Bunny looked good. That was one of the best celebrity matches. It sort of gave me feels of Ronda and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Steph. Don't know why, but I just got flashbacks to that match that was surprisingly good. It was really fun. And to cap off night one, we had the incredible main event of Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. That match hit me in the feels. I didn't expect to cry, but I did, because, feelings and that. But it was just terrific. It was really fun, really good story. The hair whip at the end was just savage, absolutely savage. And Bianca won. That's finally maybe an NXT call-up that is actually doing well on the main roster. Maybe. But that capped off night one, and I thought night one was just overall a success. Really big success. Night two, on the other hand, let's talk about the Fiend, Randy Orton. You could tell when Randy came out that he wasn't into whatever was going to happen. Maybe Randy just doesn't like spooky nonsense. However, him, sort of mocking it, really didn't help put over the Fiend. And do you know what else didn't help put over the Fiend? The match. Because the Fiend lost. The Fiend, who, you could have built up to have this record-breaking streak, maybe beat the Undertaker, spooky similarities in that. He lost by getting distracted by an occult Alexa Bliss. Yeah, that wasn't wasn't good. Wasn't good. It really hurt the Fiend. It's really hurt the Fiend in my eyes. I have a Fiend poster over there. I have a Fiend pop vinyl over there. I went back and rewatched the Fiend versus Finn Balor from SummerSlam 2019, and I just want the Fiend back so badly, but we're not getting that. We're getting spooky bollocks. I don't like spooky bollocks. In terms of the Fiend, he's not spooky. Just move away from the spooky stuff, please. Other than that, let's brush that to the side. Other than that, it was really fun. That night was night 2. It was fun. You know, we had Asuka versus Ripley, which I think could have gone a little bit longer, maybe to, you know, give Rhea a better win. I guess she hit one Riptide and won. That puts her over quite well. However, maybe a little bit longer. And then for me, my match of the night, personally, you know, you had Sheamus and Riddle, which was good, was the triple threat between Daniel Bryan, Edge and Roman Reigns, because of course it was. There was some amazing spots in this. I particularly liked the crossface and the yes lock, both on Roman Reigns at the same time. I thought that was inspired, and I thought Roman looked so cool when he pinned both Edge and Daniel Bryan at the end to retain his championship. That was perfect. That was a perfect finish that really cemented Roman Reigns as a heel at WrestleMania. Not a babyface defeating The Undertaker or defeating Brock Lesnar or anything like that. It cemented him as a flawless heel. It was an incredible match. Probably the best triple threat. Oh, the Daniel Bryan, Batista, Randy Orton was good. This is up there with triple threats at WrestleMania. Let's just put it that way. It's better than the Big Show, Edge and John Cena at WrestleMania 25. How about that? So yes, I thought this was an overall roaring success, to be honest. It was such a fun time. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but my thoughts on WrestleMania 37 are out there in the world now. You know exactly what I think about WrestleMania 37. What did you think of the event? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Would you have liked to see it go longer? Would you have liked to see just one night maybe? Let me know down in the comments and I'll try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.